Yo, what is going on, my Hoonrats and Hoonigans? This is RWD LoWkey sitting here outside the LS Customs, about to drop a brand new Rapid GT drift build on you guys. As of late, Rockstar's updates have changed the traction or something with the driving physics to the point where we cannot use the old setup and we got to drop a new one. So stay tuned for that. It's coming at you right now. Bye. So guys, I do want to start off with an apology. It has taken me a lot longer than I thought to get this video out. Now, I do want to just mention that the old Rapid GT drift build is obsolete. If some of you guys do prefer that, go ahead and be my guest to drive it. But I'm going to have to recommend this new setup that I'm about to show you. Alright, so here we are at our first option for armor. Now we're going to be running 0% armor. For those of you who do not know, the armor actually does make a pretty big effect on your car running 0 versus 100 or versus even 20. So you're going to go ahead and put it on none, especially when you're drifting, guys. The armor is a big factor. Run none. Okay, so moving on to the stock brake upgrades. The reason behind the stock upgrade for the brakes is when you apply your brake for your double clutch, for your regular braking or anything like that, you don't want to be slowing down too much, especially when you're drifting. You don't want to be slowing down too much, so you're going to run stock brakes. And as far as the roll cage, now this is optional here. If you would like to add a roll cage or keep it out, that's up to you. I haven't found enough difference to, constitute me telling you guys to run, specifically this or specifically that. So just do whatever you want. All right, moving on to the almighty EMS 4. I'm waiting on the EMS 5 though, but of course, just upgrade the engine as much as you can. All right, looking at these exhausts, there's only two options. So I guess we're gonna go with titanium. No, but on a real note, if you're making a drift build for any other car, you're gonna want to run anything other than stock. So any aftermarket exhaust will be fine. Moving on, looking at the hood, I'm personally running a stock hood on this. We were running carbon on the last build. The carbon hood makes minor difference. Like the difference will be like margin of like 5% or something like that. It's not really nothing to be stressing about. Just run whatever you want. Now sliding down, I just want to take a quick look at this backlight neon. Let's get on that wave, guys. Go ahead and throw that on there, that optional upgrade, but it's mandatory. Come on, it's essential. Let's go ahead and get that wave going. Now it is unfortunate here for this build. I know how much you guys love your wings, but this is very essential. We're going to be running none. No wing at all. The last build we actually were running a wing because the car was a lot slidey and we did need that extra traction. Now the car is not slidey enough to support a spoiler, so unfortunately we're going to have to run none. Sorry for those of you who are not really into spoilers and all that other stuff, but it's not really my thing. Sometimes a spoiler, but it's So now we're looking at the sports, I almost said transmission, sports suspension. Now you guys may have noticed the trend with the guide to slide. A lot of the cars are running sports suspension. I don't know what it is, but it seems to work pretty well. Sometimes we do actually use the stock options in the lowered, but for the most part, sport is the way you want to go. Moving on to that race transmission, just upgrade the transmission as far as you can. Now the new Sultan RS is actually coming out with a super transmission, but it's all-wheel drive anyway, so we're not worried about that car. We're not going to talk about that right now. It's a real drive medium. Another change from the last setup, we are going to be running a turbo. The last setup was naturally aspirated. I do miss the old setup on the low, man. It's nice little spoiler, carbon here, naturally. Now we are going to look at the tire compound, high-end, low-ride, muscle, off-road, sports, SUV, and tuner. What is the difference? To be honest, I have no idea. Now I have consistently been running sports for a good year now. I've been drifting for a pretty damn long time. Usually run sports, so I'm going to go ahead and recommend sports. Now I did not take a screenshot because I forgot. No, you do not run bulletproof tires, guys. No bulletproof tires. No bulletproof tires. Okay, so now to make this build whole and complete, you are going to need to do what we call in the GTA community to stance, slam, drop, or I think that's how we call it. But anyway, what you're going to do is, you got a marksman rifle, you got an assault rifle, you got a minigun, you got an LMG, doesn't matter what you're using. As long as you are shooting, as you can see on the screen, below the center of the tire, pretty much as low as you can go. You want to shoot as low as you can go with pretty much any gun. The car is going to drop 2 levels. You're going to see the car drop once and you're going to see it drop twice. If you pay attention, you'll be able to see it appropriately. I recommend the marksman rifle. That is about on average of 14 shots to the lower end of the rim, and that should get the car stance. A lot of you guys have been complaining your cars have been blowing up. Make sure you do not have bulletproof tires, but other than that, that is it, guys. There's not really any special ways to lower this specific car. I know the Sultan and some other ones have specific ways, but not this one. Alright, so that is it for the setup, guys. That is the brand new, updated, fresh, clean, cut, and prepared, and all that good stuff setup. Now, this location on the map we are showing you right now is a place you might want to go if you're new to drifting the Rapid GT. The car has a lot of oversteer, guys. A lot of the newer, not even the newer, the higher end drift cars have a lot of oversteer. So this location has 2 perfectly sized circles for you to just do some nice donuts, nice figure eights, get used to the vehicle, and throw down a little bit. I'm not going to go too in depth, but I just want to let you know that counter steer is your best friend in the Rapid GT. If you noticed here, if you watched my front tires, we're doing a technique called twerking the wheel. Now I got the slide drift tutorial coming up soon. I got to remake that. You know, we was talking about all the copyright strikes and all that nonsense and past BS, but that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. So you know what to do. Description, like, share, comment. What else can you do? I don't think you can do anything else. Join the crew. You know, it's in the description. That's it. I'm out. Peace.
Dead presidents, dead presidents, it ain't money, it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Presidents, it ain't money, it don't make sense, it don't make sense. Dead presidents,